And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on the way and adore my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. The circus must go on. The show must go on. And we are here for it. So today I came across a press conference with Rob Pelinka, Dalton Knecht, and Bronny James and JJ Redick. I'm not going to do too much talking. Let's just go ahead and get into this.
Welcome, everybody. This is a day to be incredibly grateful for and incredibly excited about. Most importantly, because we're launching the NBA careers of two fine young men, Bronny James and Dalton Knecht. This is day one. We're going to go from here to taking these chairs away, taking the cameras away, and having a practice and getting ready for Summer League. And that's what Dalton and Bronny are about. These are two men of high character and hard work ethic. Those are the qualities we look for at the Lakers when we draft players.
Oh, really? High character and high work ethic. Okay. So let me start by saying this. I think I'm actually starting to feel bad for Bronny James. So I've actually watched this through once already to kind of gather my thoughts on some things that I wanted to talk about. And if you haven't seen the actual video, go back and watch it because maybe it's just me, but Bronny James seems to get increasingly uncomfortable as this press conference goes on. You know, of course, lots of questions about his father. And, I don't know how many people study anything about body language and that kind of thing, but even if his body language is withdrawn to me. But anyway, I feel like this is really, really not a good situation for Bronny. I'm actually, like I say, I feel bad for him, but I also feel somewhat bad for Dalton Knecht too, because I feel like, they're up there interviewing the both of them and grouping them together when they are not the same. They are not the same. Again, Bronny's simply there because of who his dad is. And so I would imagine it has to be some awkwardness from both sides and some awkwardness for Bronny James, because that the whole world has been talking about this for the last couple of weeks, really for the last month or two leading up to this event. And what the world thinks about this. And like I said, for Dalton Knecht, to me, if I'm being honest, it would probably feel a bit insulting to be grouped in a category with Bronny, like to be up there together as if you're, again, as if Bronny made it to the NBA through the same route that Dalton made it through the NBA. So yeah, anyway, let's continue.
And it's a testament to how Bronny was raised by LeBron and Savannah and how Dalton was raised by Kerry and Corey. And that means a lot to us. So we're going to take some questions and then get ready to go kick some butt in Summer League.
Dalton, if we could start with you, we got to see your reaction up on the stage and kind of go through that moment. What have these last couple of days been like for you, and conversations with Rob or your new coach, JJ, and just that kind of building excitement as you start your NBA career?
It's been exciting, meeting them in person, not only just through the phone, and it's been a fun journey because, like I said earlier, my journey's been different, and coming here to a historic franchise, it's going to be fun. Can't wait to get to work.
And then
And, he said coming to a historic franchise. Unfortunately, Dalton, you are coming during the collapse of a historic franchise. And, I'm curious. I'm sure for Dalton, it has to be bittersweet, and maybe it's all sweet. You know, Dalton's a young guy, so he grew up in this generation. He grew up on LeBron. He grew up in this era of, you know, the least competitive, in this era of, you know, people just really taking as many shortcuts as possible. So he may not see it that way. But, you know, from the outside looking in, I'm like, yeah, you got drafted to a historic franchise, but you got drafted during the collapse. Not only is this the end of LeBron James' career and the collapse of his career, but the collapse of the Lakers. And again, the people at the top has allowed this to happen. Rob Pelinka just, I can't have any respect for this guy. It's just, I don't know.
Follow up with Bronny, just that moment, right, where you get the phone call and then you hear your name. Can you take us through the emotions of all of that, of what you were feeling, and then how you've been feeling the last couple of days since?
Yeah, everything's just been surreal. Just trying to take it all in by the days. Extremely, you know, grateful for everything that JJ and Rob have given to me. Yeah, and I've just been extremely excited to get to work.
So he asks, what was it like to hear your name called? I tell you what it was like. It was like, Dad, you did it. Dad, you did it. You got me on the Lakers. Thank you, Dad. But no, in all seriousness, like I said, you know, if you just look at Bronny's body language, even listening to his voice, like, to me, he just doesn't sound confident. And to me, how can you be confident in this particular position? You know, let's talk about this whole nepotism thing for a minute. I've kind of mentioned this, and there's been, you know, people all over defending it. And I'm not necessarily against nepotism, but I am against it in certain situations, this being one of them. If LeBron James had decided to make Bronny part of Clutch Sports, you know, that's fantastic. Even if Bronny James had wound up in some sort of office position in the NBA, that's fantastic, but not on the court. For this simple fact, the players on the court are the most important piece in this. The players and the fans. You know, kind of the same thing that Michael Jordan and Jerry Krause was having the beef about. Is Jerry Krause wanted to say, you know, organizations win championships. Michael Jordan said, no, the players, we have to go out on the court and execute. So because, you know, again, in sports, not only are the fans counting on the players, the fans are counting on the players to help deliver wins to whatever franchise. So for me to have nepotism in this instance, to me, like I said, I can't agree with it. To me, you're taking the spot of someone who actually has to perform in real time on the court, and you know, and again, it's that symbiotic relationship between the fans and the organization and the team. It's like no fans, no millions of dollars a year. And again, to me, this is like I said, he's just taking the position of somebody else who would be more suited to this position. Again, if Bronny James had got a job at Clutch, or if he had got some kind of office job, because when everybody's been talking about this, Chris Broussard and some of these other people, and mentioned it's been nepotism for years in the NBA. Yeah, to me, behind the scenes is not the same thing as on the main stage. Again, behind the scenes is not the same thing as being on the stage with the bright lights. And so to me, and again, when you are going to be seen, when you are going to be directly responsible for helping or not helping a team, to me, that's a different story. And that's why I cannot get on board with this. And like I said, that's why I believe, I don't think Bronny James doesn't sound confident in this press conference. And to me, that's because how could you be? You know, as a young man coming up, how could you be confident knowing that the whole world knows that the only reason you are on the court is because of your father. And not only that, but I would go as far as to say it has more to do with your father's need to try to add something to his legacy than anything else. And again, I'm not saying Bronny James doesn't have the talent to make it to the NBA one day. Well, he's in the NBA now, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying if he hadn't gotten to the NBA this way, I'm not saying he didn't have the talent to get into the NBA. But what I am saying is he clearly is not ready now. He wasn't ready. For whatever reason, I've heard people bring up, the whole heart issue. And, I think that's a valid point, but it doesn't change the facts. The fact is he's not ready now. For whatever reason. Doesn't really matter what reason it is. He's not ready now. And so, yeah, I think, like I said, how could you be confident when you know that the whole world is looking at you like that, and in your heart the only reason that you are where you are is because your father opened the door for you to be there. And again, like I said, this is a place in the spotlight. This is not like you are behind the scenes where people aren't going to be seeing you on a regular basis, even if they're seeing you sitting on the bench. This is a completely different thing. Anyway, let's continue.
Get to work.
Yeah. Bronny, Jim Hill, KCAL9, what have been some of the preliminary conversations you've had with your father about what's expected in the NBA and what you can expect to hear and see once you start playing?
We haven't gone too deep into that stuff yet, especially because we haven't even started Summer League yet. But just stuff that he's been telling me my whole life, just having that work ethic and coming in and getting your work in and listening to your coaches and being coachable, stuff like that he's driven into my head my whole life.
Okay. Yeah, well, you saw the title of the video. Like I said, this whole thing was very cringe. It was hard to sit through. Now, let me say this. Maybe LeBron James is like, do as I say, not as I do. Son, I don't work hard, but you should work hard. Son, I'm not coachable, but you should be coachable. Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, I really don't know what to say, people. I mean, the NBA has come such a sideshow that you really don't know what to believe. Like I said, just finding out that Chris Broussard is represented by Clutch Sports is like everything about the NBA is tainted, and it all leads back to LeBron James. And obviously, Commissioner Voldemort allowing this to happen and helping facilitate this. And yeah, but this is, I'm at a loss. We're not going to go through too much of this press conference because I really can't. It's hard to listen to.
Guys, Dan Wicke from the LA Times. A couple questions. JJ, first for you. Going through your first draft, what did you like about Dalton and Bronny, and what was it like having them be the first two players that you were able to help select?
Yeah, I mean, I was thrilled to be in the draft room. It was a very amazing experience for me. We didn't think Dalton would be available at 17, but he provides something that we just don't have. He's a movement shooter. He can obviously play off the bounce. We viewed him very highly on our draft board, and he can score at all three levels. He's got size. There was a lot of things to be excited about with Dalton, and I'm excited to coach him. With Bronny, I want to clarify one thing you just said, which is Rob and I did not give Bronny anything. Bronny has earned this, right? Bronny talks about his hard work. Bronny has earned this through hard work. And
okay. How much are they just gonna keep lying to our face? This is what I'm talking about. This is why the whole press conference is cringe. It's like it's full of lies and full of trying to justify Bronny's being on the team. JJ Redick, it's just a bold-faced lie. Yes, he was handed an opportunity. He did not earn this opportunity, no matter how much work you want to say he put in at this point. He hasn't earned the opportunity. Earning the opportunity is going through the process the way everybody else goes through the process, and you make it simply off your merit of your skill in basketball, and what you can bring to the game. But this is not what happened. So it's like, yeah, they just keep on lying to our face. Wow, people, this is interesting. Like, we just ended last season. Next season hasn't even begun. And we are already here. Like, we can already see that this whole summer is going to be full of entertainment. And like I said, and next season is going to be awesome. It's going to be a complete circus. But anyway, we're going to hold up here. I'm not going to subject you all to the rest of this press conference. But like I said, if you go look at it, to me, like I said, just Bronny's body language, I'm actually starting to worry about the effects that this could have on him and what this actually potentially could have done to his actual potential. Because again, Bronny has the athleticism, whatnot, that, yeah, if he would have worked hard, maybe in the next couple of years or something, he could have got to that point to where he could have actually earned that spot. But, to come into the NBA this way, like as a young man, when the whole world is watching, to me, this really has the potential to shatter Bronny's confidence. This has the potential to shatter his confidence. So yeah, I actually feel for Bronny at this point because, like I said, this is, like I said, next season hasn't even begun yet, and this is all I've been seeing across my timeline for the last couple of weeks, and I'm sure it's going to continue. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think of this whole press conference? If you actually sat down and watched it, do you think it was cringe AF? Because yeah, like it really was hard to watch, and yeah, I don't know what more to say. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.